get to my age,
When you get to your age.
young Padawan,
you
will understand the stresses my body goes through.
Really?
Yes, really.
What's the age difference again, Josh?
Oh, plus or minus 5 years, but
But who's counting?
Who's counting?
Who's counting?
Age is nothing but
Age
a number.
is just a number.
But poor back control is something you can define yourself with.
Aren't we going to the gym after this? You going to be okay?
No.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome once again to
the Drop
Some Knowledge podcast. I didn't know we were doing that.
Neither did I.
That was good.
But it came naturally, and I think it flowed
I think it
perfectly.
was really good.
Yeah. Now,
Hi.
what we're going to get you to do, and for those just listening, I just pointed at you.
I was going to say, not pointing at me.
James, make a pointing sound. Oh, I was thinking more of a... I'm talking to you. Thank you. Please... You're so stupid.
Sorry. No.
Please share this podcast with a friend.
Yes.
We want to keep growing. We want to keep telling more people knowledge every day.
And what kind of knowledge is that, Josh? It is knowledge
that you definitely do
didn't
not
need.
Don't
need.
So I guessed, and I didn't look behind, even though I made the banner. Spotify, Apple, YouTube,
Google,
TikTok, Instagram, all the stuff.
All the things.
We post funny stuff there.
Yep.
Butt pics.
Yep.
We're going to start doing those. That was what I was meant to let you know.
Okay. Is that why you got the box of googly eyes?
Yeah, and the shaving kit.
Okay.
So if you want to see James's raw behind.
Why is it mine?
Because you're voluptuous.
Oh, okay. It's all those squats that I've been doing.
Yes, correct. Anyway, enough waffle.
Deadlifts.
We're going to talk about something incredibly serious today.
It is. It's a little serious. Slightly morbid.
Strap in.
Strap in for another wonderful episode of the Drop Some Knowledge podcast. We are talking about death.
Death.
We're talking about the afterlife, Josh.
Oh, so not just about death, just like
nice
the
guy.
surrounding
nice
components
guy,
of death.
You know, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So what happens after death is what we're talking about here.
But not death itself.
Yeah, we're gonna, you know what, we might talk about a little bit of that life and death situations. So one of these little things that pops up a lot is what happens after we die.
Yes.
Okay, now I find that a lot of people are like, well, you know, there's resurrection. Reincarnation.
What do you mean by resurrection? Just a quick explanation of resurrection.
Well, resurrection is just like, okay, I die, but someone brings me back to life.
Okay. Reincarnation is you come back as a cat or something.
You get brought back to life as something else. You respawn.
Yeah.
There is a respawn point.
Good. We go back to the last checkpoint.
Yes, exactly. Oh, can you imagine? So this is what we're going to be talking about. All right. There's a lot of little things that people have mentioned. So one of the big ones that was brought into made sort of into a movie sort of thing, or it's kind of come from the movie, is The Matrix. We know the movie The Matrix. Yeah, Neo does some cool
Blue
Superman
pill,
stuff.
Red pill.
Yeah.
John Wick's in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that guy, John Wick.
Yeah.
So we are all living currently a different sort of existence.
Oh God, my brain.
Okay, yeah. So we're already right. So we're living in a computer program.
Should we start this? Do you believe in something after death?
Okay, yeah. Well, that's probably a better way to start this conversation. Yes.
Okay.
But I like the idea. Mine goes along the lines of a linear. I guess.
Okay.
So
explain this.
Okay, so the way that what I like, this is the theory that I like. I may not necessarily.
And it's a theory you believe in, or you just like it?
I like it. The theory I believe in is like, you know, there is an afterlife. What that kind of afterlife is, that's up to many interpretations. But if it was, I would like this as being my afterlife. I think this would be interesting.
There is something.
There's something, but I don't know what it is.
It is.
Yeah, I believe there's something, and I think belief is a very strong thing. It's just like I believe there is something, because if there isn't, what am I doing? No, it's more of a I've got to just live life to the fullest and hope, you know, I did something
you come
right.
back as a sheet of paper or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the one you believe?
So what I like is a linear sort of story, I guess.
Mm.
We are all living the same life. We've all lived the same life. So you are me and I am you.
Oh, I've seen this scene in
Do you
Rush Hour
see it?
3.
Yeah. You are me. I am you. No, I am me. No, I am me.
Yeah, great scene.
So I say, just for argument's sake, I live to 100. Okay, I live to 100. I die. I then come back as you being born. And then I live your life. You live to 105.
Okay.
I then live your life. Then you die. So me, I die at 105.
Do we have a partner
I
we
then
just
come
keep
back.
swapping with?
No, so
Or you just go to the next
you just go to the next person. So everybody on this earth right now is actually me. But our brain gets wiped. Do you follow? You sort of follow?
But how do you know who you're going to come back as?
You don't.
Is it like a buddy system?
No, you don't. You just come back. You just come back
So
as that
every
person.
new baby is someone who just died, basically.
Yeah.
But it's just like an all sorts of throw something at the wall and see what it sticks. That's stuck. That's who I'm going to be.
Yeah.
And you...
But it's a big... It's kind of just like... It's a big circle. So
if that's the case, why don't people... it's also like a Men in Black thing where you get a little flashy thing and your mind's erased. Because I was about to say,
yes,
what if you come back and then you've got like, well, I just lived for 100 years. Now I've got all this knowledge and now I'm a baby.
Deja vu. This is where deja vu comes into it.
This is heavy, man.
So deja vu, for those that don't know, deja vu is when you've done something and you feel like you've just done it.
But you don't really know.
Yeah.
You're sitting there and you're like, something weirdly familiar about this.
Yeah, like...
and I feel like I've been here before.
Like yesterday, I went to a cafe with some friends to pick up, like we were just going to it was a cookie shop in Northcote, right?
Oh, Northcote?
Northcote.
What are you doing in Northcote?
Climbing.
Okay.
I went bouldering.
Okay.
Anyway, so we went to the cookie shop and I was talking to one of the guys, my friend Matt, and I turned around and I went, oh, hang on a minute, I've done this before. This building that I'm in, it's a pink building, and my cousin Brittany is over there getting something from that. I've done this before. So my little theory is we all relive deja vu, right? Deja vu happens. This is because, and this is another theory.
In another one of your lives,
we've done exactly this.
Okay. All right. You're good. Good.
It's a great one, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. My brain is a bit mush, but that's fine.
My girlfriend has another one that she likes.
Oh, no.
When you die.
Yeah.
And then, you get put into a room. So you die. You come back, you're in a room, and you have a TV and a remote. And you get to choose little snippets of your life to rewatch.
Oh, God.
And it becomes a little bit of a...
That'd be the biggest shelf of VHS tapes you've
right?
ever seen.
Right.
One of those DVD like stacker, like the folding ones. And it was It's like a few meters tall.
So the other cool thing is you actually...
Imagine it has special features.
Imagine the special feature. Well, see, are they bloopers?
Yes.
Does your life have bloopers?
True.
Right? So, and that's where I think deja vu comes in, because you've just done a blooper for that specific spot, and so they've replayed it. And you've recorded over it.
Well, maybe it's one of those rooms with the padding on the walls.
That's probably where we are. Yeah.
Right now, actually.
Oh.
God.
Jeez.
Okay. Well, you believe
so
they're
those
something.
something. Yeah. So going back to the original question, do I believe in anything? Yeah, I believe in something. Something happens after.
Okay.
Whether that is, we are just floating on the breeze and just watching the world go by.
Could be anything, but you believe there's something.
But I believe there's something.
Okay. Interesting.
What about you?
No, I don't. I just think we die.
That is the end of it? You become worm food?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, worm food. Awesome. I do believe in something then.
We are
food.
worms. Yeah.
They're going to resell me at Bunnings in one of those worm kits. So, no, I don't really... Look, for those who have listened to most of the podcast...
Yes.
Shout out to a guy, a big ant, a guy I work with.
Oh, yeah?
He'll be listening to this. I'm not going to tell him at work that I'm calling him out.
Right.
I'm just going to drop this in here, and he's going to walk into work the next day and be like, you talked about me.
Yep.
All right? And I'll let you guys know when that happens.
But yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I'm going on about nothing. I don't really... Yeah, Big Ant has listened to a lot of these episodes. Right. So if you have been one of those people who's listened to a lot of them, you would know I'm not a very I believe in much sort of person.
Right.
I don't really have spiritual beliefs. Don't believe in an afterlife. Don't think ghosts are real.
Yep.
I just think we're born, we live, we make our own choices. I don't think life is like scripted or anything.
Yep.
Every decision you make has a reaction. And then when we die and we're just not here anymore. But then another human comes along and they do their stuff.
Okay, right.
And I carried on a bit there to make it not to sound as morbid as we just died.
We said that at the beginning.
That's true.
There was a disclaimer of sorts.
Yes, that's true.
It's there.
I do think we just die.
Yeah, right.
And I don't think that's a bad way to think.
Yeah.
But I think when you say that, generally people go, oh, well, that's a bit bloody not happy and bad. And I'm like, well, that's just what I feel like it is.
Yeah.
Because why would there be anything? I mean, it's just life. I don't know.
Yeah, no. That's,
you know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair. I mean,
I'm a very I need to see this.
Yeah.
Like, could aliens be real? Maybe. Do I think they are? No.
Yeah, right.
But when there's an alien standing in front of me,
and
I go, "What's up, alien?" And they go, "Blah blah 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 blah." I'll be like, "Guess what,
fair enough.
James?
Yeah,
saw an alien last night. They're real."
Oh, jeez, there you go.
Yeah. If NASA or something comes out and is like, "We've got this. We do have an alien. We know aliens exist." Am I going to believe them? No.
No.
But when I see the alien,
right? No, that makes absolute sense.
Then I'll believe it.
So that makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay.
So my question to you is, God is real, right?
That's a
God
statement.
is real. That's a statement. No, God is real.
Yes.
You finally see God.
Okay.
Or whatever they are.
A god.
A god, whatever they are. Ganesh. with all his arms and trunk.
We could do a lot of waving.
We could, yeah. Hi.
Hi. There's an elephant, James.
It's true. No, it's
true.
true.
No, what do you want me to do?
True.
You think Ganesh
My
goes,
question
hey,
is,
what's going on, mate?
My question, you have 3 questions to ask them.
Okay.
What would those 3 questions be? You've got an all-knowing, all-seeing,
any
powerful...
parameters about these questions?
No.
Or is it got to be about your life?
No.
Oh, this is so broad.
Yeah. What would you ask? It's such a crazy question. Oh. Because one of the ones, and again, I was talking to my girlfriend about this one, it's just like, did I ever meet my soulmate?
Oh.
Right? Yeah, we've got partners and things like that, but it's just like, how would you know?
What if
the person
Ganesh, right?
Yeah. What if the person
you asked like, oh, did I meet my soulmate?
Yeah.
And then he goes, no. Then you get reincarnated and you're back, or you get
get a second chance.
Back,
but
and you have to tell your wife in the bin. Off you go.
But no, that's not necessarily. And this is what I was having this conversation with my girlfriend about. Is they might not have been the one.
Yeah.
But you've still grown to love this person.
To
be the one. But were they the one that we're saying, before, is there actually a script, right? Was life written out? So did you go off script?
Did I go
and find somebody else?
Yeah. Wow,
so who was the person that your script was written for? So that's another one. It's just like, there's fate. Life is written in the stars, Josh.
Yes.
And it's this sort of thing.
Miles away. Message to that song?
I have absolutely no idea what you're saying.
That's a song. Tiny Temper and Someone.
Yeah, I really don't know. Who
2010.
Oh, yep.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
I think I'd ask something like, did I impact anything enough to make change?
Ooh.
Was there anyone I met, I said something to?
Yep.
Did one day I turned left, not right? Like, was there a moment that seems maybe innocuous, or maybe I was trying to give someone advice, or I did a good deed?
Yeah.
But how big was that after I left the parameters of that situation? That's a great question.
I like that question.
I think that'd be cool.
I also want something along those lines, but I also, it would be, it'd be very interesting to see if like something you had done Like you said hi to somebody and all of a sudden that's just changed their complete, like your life. It's changed their life. It's changed something.
Almost like Yes Man in a way. Was someone chronically depressed and that night maybe something bad would have happened to them.
That's right. Yeah.
Taken their own life or something heavy like that. But you said hello to someone.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah. Or you gave someone an extra 50 cents to buy their coffee. Or even with my job as a barber, did I give someone a haircut that gave them the confidence to go and meet someone who they married?
Yeah, right,
All that sort of stuff. I think that stuff would be interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, going back to like what is, what happens after we die. Do you know enough about like other religions and things like that? Other beliefs?
Absolutely not.
No?
No.
So we
Hit
can
me
go
with
back
them and I'll react, James, like a YouTube video.
Or geez, all right. Well,
live
reactions.
Drop some knowledge. Reacts to
death.
Yeah.
But
Two idiots react.
Yes. But there is definitely like there's religions out there that obviously, believe in reincarnation. So having, good karma and doing right by people and being nice and being, accepting and things like that, you will come back as something good, something that gets looked after. So you've done all the good deeds that you need to do. So if people like that come in and they go, oh, well, I've helped an old lady cross the street. I helped I did all these things that made me really good. I'm going to come back as something that humans look after. Dog, cat, a pet, that everything is done for you. Okay. So that's sort of the, you've done all your deeds in your lifetime. You can come back as an animal or as something that is well looked after. Okay.
Here's a question.
Yes.
So I wouldn't consider myself a spiritual person.
Right.
But I was having a conversation with some old housemates of mine.
Sure.
About things like one thing I do believe in is karma. And I don't feel like I believe it in a spiritual way. And it's
a very physical thing.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but I think your good actions or deeds mean that things will sort of come your way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't class that as a spiritual thing.
No.
But I was going to ask, do you think it's because
no.
During this conversation, my housemates told me that is a spiritual thing. The other one was like unconditional love for something. So you like your partner or your pet or something like that, you unconditionally love this person, but apparently that's a spiritual thing. But I see it more as like a physical, real world. I've developed this other than... But do I understand what the spirituality side of it is? I'd like your opinion on is that a spiritual
So the idea behind karma and the spirituality side of it is that if you put something out into the ether, into the world, and enough of it, something good will come back. So I throw all the good out there, somebody or something is going to throw the good back, and I'm going to collect. Okay? That's the spiritual side. It goes out and it comes back in from out there.
Yeah.
All right. And I have enough of an aura, good vibes. It will come back and I will get that vibe.
The youth love that word. Just vibes.
Just vibes. But from a physical thing, I'm when it comes to karma, I do believe in karma also. I think it's a very real thing, but I also believe it as being a physical thing.
Yes.
So it could be as simple as a hug. I feel upset. Somebody hugs me. I feel better. They feel better because, hugs, endorphins, all this sort of stuff. Then you take that feeling of goodness and you go, hang on, other people need to feel as good. The next time my friend is feeling upset or another friend is feeling upset or my parents or my dog or whatever, I give them it a hug.
Yes.
They feel good. I feel good. So it's that constant good feeling.
Chain reaction.
Chain reaction of good feelings. But it doesn't have to be that. Josh, can you help me move? Sure, not a problem. Great.
Good luck, mate.
Well, no. It comes back.
Yes.
These sorts of things come back, and it's that give and take and being accepting enough to give back what you've received. That is my form of that's my understanding of karma from a physical form. rather than a spiritual form.
Okay, well that makes sense because yes, I never see it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
that made sense?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I see it as a physical, real world in the moment thing.
Yeah.
That maybe it doesn't directly translate to something good happening to you. But somewhere down the line, something good will happen, and I'll be like, well, that was because I was good to someone, even if it wasn't the actual reason.
Yes.
It's probably just a complete random occurrence.
And
right?
from somebody who...
But that's how you inside feel good about things and become a better person to attract better people.
Yes. And for someone that doesn't have to, full circle this, for someone that doesn't have the belief that there is something else after life, karma is a real thing for you. It is when I die, God, I best feel that I've done something right.
Yeah, because that's kind of how I take it, I think. It's kind of like your time is limited because I don't think there's anything after your time is up.
Yeah.
So in the time you've got, look, I'm not one of those sort of people that's going to be like, live every day like it's your last.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm 20 and I invested in this company and made 40 billion and I already drive a Maserati. I'm not like,
Yeah.
It's like when rich people say to normal people, you can do anything you put your mind to. It's like, well, not really.
Yeah.
Like, could I play in the NBA if I really wanted to? No. I'm not tall enough. No. I'm not fast enough.
No.
And I love burgers.
Yeah.
So I can't. And that's okay. This isn't a negative thing. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can't do anything you put your mind to.
That's right.
But you can set yourself up knowing your skills. You naturally are attracted to certain things that feel achievable and you can achieve those goals. Can you do anything? No. That's stupid.
Yes.
We need to relax. Kids, listen to that, all right? Don't watch these idiots on TikTok, except us. Watch these idiots on TikTok. But I don't think that's a negative way to think, even though it can sound negative. But I think there's a lot of surface level advice out there that's all shiny and says, you can achieve this, you can do that. But realistically, if you set your goals like sky high and don't achieve any of them, how unaccomplished will you feel?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's the purpose of life is figuring yourself out. You've got to really this is a deep conversation. Wow.
Mate, I told you it was going to be.
Yeah, I know.
Before we started, I was
invested.
like, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, the this isn't the point of life, but a big part of life is like you learn to know yourself better. You learn what you like, you learn what you're good at, you learn your lane and you learn your people. And within that bubble of content happiness, you go, this is what I can achieve and this is where I'd be happy for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So then you achieve those things and it feels like you've achieved something massive because it is. And I think if you achieve those things as you get older, the goalposts move. Some people fall away, some people don't. You move, you meet someone, your dog dies, your grandma gets a Ferrari. Everything happens which changes your mind about things, which makes you move the goalposts, but you can still achieve a certain level of success to make you content before you die, before it's over.
Josh's book will be coming out later this month.
Sorry, I had to breathe. That went for a long time. I can see you looking at me and your eye was watering.
Yeah, I was like...
Were you getting emotional?
I was a little bit. It was actually quite nice. It was quite good.
Yeah. You're welcome. See, I'm not just a bumbling idiot sometimes, but most of the time that is true.
No.
Yes, I ranted a little bit there, and anyone who sat through that and is still listening in their car or on their day off, we love you and thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Just like or just comment, wow.
Wow.
If you listened to all of that.
Or that mind blown guy.
Yeah, the mind blown emoji. Yeah, put that. Or an eggplant. Now
what?
One more question.
Yes.
So we don't run too long here.
Sure.
Unless there's any other little tidbits you'd like to drop.
I was kind of going to ask you if you had a awesome afterlife kind of living thing.
So this is what I was going to ask you actually ties in with that.
Okay.
I was going to say if you say you believe in reincarnation.
Sure.
What are you coming back as? You can come back as anything. A building.
Anything.
A pencil. A dog. Yeah, but in anything. I was going to ask you that. So have a think.
Okay.
What were you going to ask me?
And what would your favorite afterlife be if you could choose?
While you're thinking of that, I'm going to answer.
Yeah, no, please.
And I feel like it's kind of like what heaven is meant to be. Not that just floating on a cloud going through the gates and there's angels everywhere with the boobies showing.
Oh, right, yes, okay.
Which we all know it's what it is.
It is.
I feel like, in Happy Gilmore when he goes to his happy place.
Yes.
And he goes to the happy place and he's laying by a river. I would just want to construct my own little like home place with all the things I love in it.
Yeah.
So I can just live in this space and it's got all the stuff I enjoy. Mm-hmm. I'd have a telly, broadcasts every sporting event live, free of charge. You don't have to sign up to anything.
Yep.
I'd have my favorite burger joint, in this place. So I could just go to the cupboard and there's always a Flame Trees Bayswater burger sitting in there for me.
Gotcha.
I'd have, the person I'm seeing. I'd have the dog, I'd have a never-ending supply of Boost bars.
Oh, I see.
But you'd have a little gym so you can burn those off.
Yep.
I'd just create this little echo chamber.
Yep.
If it's on a cloud or I'm sitting in a field, but just have the stuff I enjoy there so I can live in my bubble.
Yep.
And just be content.
Yeah, nice.
That's what I would like. Because to get metaphorical again,
Yep.
what I've realized in the last couple of years of my life, especially after all the lockdowns now, like we kind of said before, as you get older, success changes, right?
Yes.
You go from I want to be really rich or I want to be a movie star, an astronaut, to I want to go and do all these like degrees and then go and travel the world.
Yep.
And then you get a little bit more old and you're like, I want to be content every day and be happy. And that's sort of what I feel like now. I've got a place that I enjoy. I like my job and that sort of stuff. And it's like, that is the goal for me right now. I don't have any wild, crazy goals in my life currently. I'm pretty happy where I am, and I'll stay there until I'm ready to try something else or pick another goal.
Sure.
So I'm happy again.
Yeah.
And that's sort of how I keep moving the goalpost every single time.
Nice.
Anyway, what would you come back as if you were reincarnated?
I've got two because I thought one was boring.
Well,
kind of obvious.
Give us the good one first, and let's end on a boring one because that's how we end this podcast.
I wanted to come back as like a massive oak tree or something.
Okay, is this the cool one?
Elder. That was the one I thought was kind of cool because you could just like grow and watch the world go by.
And you do look like an oak tree a little
bit.
Yeah, just with the texture of your skin.
The texture of my skin. Oh God.
Have you moisturised?
A little bit.
No.
Oh
God, clearly. Just
not in a while.
Oh God.
That's why I look like bark. Which leads into my other one. I was going to say a dog.
A dog, okay.
I would love to just be happy-go-lucky all the time. I would come back clearly as like a golden retriever or as a Labrador.
Okay. You wouldn't come back as like a German Shepherd?
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. Inspector Rex.
Inspector Rex.
Inspector Rex.
Could be.
If you're too young to know what Inspector Rex is, Google it.
Or I'd come back as like a dachshund.
Well, there's two. Pick one. Pick a breed. Pomeranian, you're right. All right, guys.
Sharpei.
Yes, anything that fits in a bag. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Drop Some Knowledge podcast.
Yo.
We went deep.
We did.
We went shallow.
We did.
We laughed. We cried.
We did.
What a roller coaster of emotions.
It was quite fun.
You think crying is fun?
It washes my eyes.
You're right. Only in the shower because it looks like water. But tears are water too.
Salty.
Yes. James is going to sign off as an oak tree. A ginormous, grand oak tree in the middle of a small town in Alabama. And he's a big part of the community. And sometimes the children come and play under the oak tree. Maybe a tire swing. Maybe they've roped it off as the biggest oak tree in Alabama. And some tourists come by and take photos sometimes. But he's going to tell us right now what that experience is like to be that exact oak tree that I just explained. And I need to take a breath.
I am an oak tree. The children are back. Oh, they've brought nibbles.
What nibbles?
And the lovely dog. Oh, they brought some scones today.
Scones.
Scones, jam and cram.
Creme.
Oh, the lovely woodpecker is back. Bit to the left, please, sir. It's a bit
What's
itchy.
that beeping sound? A logging truck. Oh, God. That's a chainsaw.
Well, it's been 150 years.
Well, we've got to chop you down now.
At some point.
We're going to turn you into lumber.
Lumber.
Yeah. You're going to be a nice apartment
I'll be
building.
a chair.
A chair.
A chair. A house. Whatever you can make out of
See,
me.
trees get reincarnated into things too.
See?
Furniture.
I think yep.
Yep. You'd be an IKEA flat pack.
Oh, God. I'll be a calyx. One of those big square, like, shelving units.
All right. Goodbye from Josh and goodbye from Calax.
Oh, I could be a book.
No, too late.
Okay, bye.